WSP main event. Does it happen this year?
A live main event.
WSP live main event. Does it happen this year? So as you know, it was canceled. We did a live online series for bracelets. A lot of controversy about that. Will this continue in the future? They had the GG Poker. They had issues with software.
Yep.
One of the games got paused. It was all jacked up.
Dude, they had to pay out almost $1.5 million because of all their issues.
Yeah, and then even the WSOP New Jersey, Vegas, there were some issues with Mac software. I actually encountered one of those things myself, so that was an issue. But the talk was, and they still say it, they're using the word postpone. Now, do I think they're going to have a full series like summer? Absolutely not.
No.
Am I hoping that there's some chance of like a week long, just the live main event? I'm hoping, but I'm not counting on it.
I mean, they didn't say it, but I think you can like read between the lines when, they first postponed the regular WSOP live event, and then they transitioned into the 85 event online WSOP, where they awarded bracelets for all the online events, and then they put this stamp on this, $5,000 buy-in main event, which at the time of this podcast, it is going on right now.
Yeah.
I think they're halfway through all the buy-ins. And it looks like they probably will hit the 25 mil guarantee, which, I mean, that's promising for poker. But I think reading between the lines, it says like, yo, this is it, guys. This is your main event.
Yeah, I don't think they want to definitely close the door, but it feels like this is their main event, which kind of sucks.
Yeah, for sure.
One, because no United States players can play unless they move to another country,
Yeah.
which is not really an option for 99.9% of us.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously that's an issue because, a lot of American players play. What I think would have been cool, and I've thought about this after the fact, was, okay, so there was 30 events 30 or 31 events in the United States, bracelet events. And then there was another 50 or whatever.
It was like 56 or something like
whatever in the GG events. So that was like, I don't know, math, 80 some, 90 players or whatever, won bracelets, okay? So let's just round off, say 100 people, won bracelets. I think what would have been cool is if they did something like this. The top players, the 100 players that won, would be like an invite-only main event in Vegas.
Like Tournament of Champions.
Tournament Champions, like main event. And now they only have 100 players. They can regulate them. They could temperature check them. They would have to stay in the hotel, like a bubble, like a poker bubble, like a Rio. I don't know. A Rio bubble would be a nightmare, I think, for me. I would
flamingo poker bubble.
I'm like, I want to leave the Rio, please. Let me leave.
Pink walls. I gotta get out of here.
Let me out of here.
No, but that is
like, and then
that would
like,
have been a good idea.
And then you can still do a main event. It's 100 players that people are rooting for. They're there, and you do a structure. And you could easily distance them out, check them. You know that they're in the bubble, and they're getting temperature checked, and whatever. They all got to get, because that's the thing. You have 4,000 people show up.
Seriously,
what are you gonna do? Temperature check them.
Everybody
check their, get their coronavirus nose up there. Like you're gonna test 4,000 people. That's gonna be expensive as hell. It's gonna be a process and a waiting. But 100 people is reasonable. They show up 2 days before. They have to get tested before.
Yep.
That would have been really cool, I think, to see something like that. And I think everyone would at least say, okay, we can respect that. These are 100 winners going at it for the main title. You got a little bit of a story because now they were the winners from July and August. So now you can build up the story. Let's say they were going to run in December. You have 2 months to hype it up, like get all the backstories, like when they do like, Brian worked at a post office for 34 years and he finally won it. And then they interview all your friends. And, like all those.
That would be cool for the like the televised portion.
That's what I'm saying.
You could lead into like give everyone a good like bio and stuff like that.
That's what I'm saying. Like they could do the whole background story and really build it up, and it would probably be pretty cool. And I think that would have been cool, but that's just obviously too late for that. I mean, they could still say, "Hey, we're going to invite all the winners to do it" or something like that. And I think that would be cool, but there's still no talk about it, and that's the other problem. Like I think we would have heard at least whispers
something by now. 100%. Yeah.
Because, it's about, if you're hearing this, it's probably September sometime by the time you're actually hearing this. If they were going to do something, originally the word was like sometime in November they were talking about doing something.
Yeah, the fall.
But that's the thing, like, you got to plan for something like that. Like, you can't...
You got to give people ample time to prepare to go and take part in whatever it is you're trying to put together.
Because the normal WSOP launches their stuff, like, they start leaking stuff in, like, December, and by, like, usually January sometime, like, the full event schedule's out, or, like, 90% of it.
Yep.
So you can start, like, me and him, it's like Christmas, like, yo,
yes!
the schedule's out!
Dude, what are you playing? What are you losing all your money doing? That's really what it is.
It's like Christmas morning when those schedules drop. I'm like at work. I'm like online. I'm like, oh my god! Like Twitter feeds blowing up. Like, yes.
I'm like, all right, I need to work.
I need vacation.
I need to work 30 extra hours overtime.
Call my boss. All right, I'm gonna need off this date. So,
no, but
they give you ample time. They give you like 5-6 months notice to plan because you're gonna have to fly there, hotels, like the whole 9 yards. And the fact that we haven't heard anything, or even like
total crickets, dude.
Just maybe a rumor of November. If there was an over/under bet, I would definitely say this. It's not happening. It's not happening.
No.
But with that being said, and we'll talk about this in future episodes as well. Like if there's a vaccine out by like springtime or late winter or something, if there's like an actual vaccine that's legit that's out, and things get back to normal, we might see record-breaking numbers of like just people showing up to the main event, like that are actually going to go and travel and do it.
Yeah,
that might be the re-trigger of getting people back into live poker, because the people are going to be itching to go back.
Dude,
for us, we go out every year, so like it's the first year in forever.
Mm-hmm.
So there's so many other groups of guys and girls that do the same thing. They're out there every year, and so it could be actually crazy next year. We'll see. I don't know. But there's a lot of what ifs.
We would love for you guys to give us some feedback, what you guys think. Email us. Our email will be in the comments. Hit us up on Twitter. Both of our accounts will be in there. Reach out to us, Nerd Enthusiast, and just let us know what you guys think.
Yeah, I want to hear like more perspectives, what you guys hear, even if they're just rumors of what you think. Because who knows? Something might be correct, or we could at least talk about it in the future and just see what you guys think. Or let us know. Would you go out next year? Would you go if there was a mini series in November or December this year? Would you go? Would you feel comfortable going? I don't think I would go. As much as like in my head, I would think I would go, but I don't think I would go.
Nah.
It just, I don't know.
It's just too soon. I mean, look, everyone has mixed feelings about it. People are left or right on the whole COVID thing. The fact of the matter is that it's just, there's just too many unknowns for you to say, you know what, I'm going to go, and just put myself in an environment where there's 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 people.
It's just,
in a fairly big convention center, but it's still very
all the
tight,
same air.
Being able to sanitize that big of a space with that many people, it's just not.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be happening this year. I am curious to see what some of these numbers come out of the Venetian, like we talked about earlier.
Yep.
So that will be the overalls looking at that stuff for future. But
yeah, and we said it, earlier in the podcast. If you do play the Venetian, if you're out there, we would love to get some feedback on the experience
or any live events, because there is live tournaments. I would like to hear. If you guys are playing any live daily tournaments, things like that, because I've seen some they have like limit of like 60 people dailies and 100-person dailies. So if you're playing in anything, comment. Let us know where you're playing, what it's like. Maybe tweet us some pictures or some info, and we'll share it here on the podcast and future videos.
Pros and cons, what you think of their their policies with COVID and everything. Like, we definitely would want to get a lot of that out to other people that might not be able to get that information. I mean, we're here in New Jersey. We've said it before. We're shut down in regards to live poker. None of the casinos in New Jersey are open right now running live poker. So we don't have anything to go on other than what we're getting via social media or live reporting from various poker entities. So it'd be good to get someone who actually was there and actually was a part of it, and to be able to put that out to everybody else.
Yeah. So thanks, guys. Please comment and subscribe, And we'll see you guys on the next one.
Thanks a lot.
Peace out.